We're here at Summerbonz, and it's the second day. A couple more days left here with some concerts. I know there's just been a master class, and Colin Cardwell is here, a student. What's your age, and tell me how long you've played the trombone?
I'm 15 years old, and I'm going to be going into my sophomore year, and I've been playing since I was about 11 or so.
All right, so about almost 4 years or so?
Yes.
Awesome. How is this for you to sort of, where school starts officially next week, and I don't know if you've already had band practices or whatnot, but how is it to sort of be in this group and be learning already?
It's great, just to already have, we started band camp in early August, and it's just great to have, a foundation of friends already ready, and then once you go into the school year, it's like you have a whole community of people there with you and already learning, and it's great. We just learned so much in just one simple master class.
Oh, sure. Is it neat to have some different perspectives, because we have someone here from the teachers at Baylor, Alon is here, different folks. How is it to have different interpretations and ideas?
Yeah, we have Lee Hipp, who's the principal tuba player in the San Antonio Symphony, and we have Brent Phillips, who's a professor at Baylor University, and they both give similar information, but they have different points of view, so you can understand it a little bit better. If you didn't get it one way, then you can understand it in a different way. So I like having the different points of views on it.
Sure. Is it neat to have these ideas of not only, I'm trying to play the trombone, I'm trying to work on my technique, but I have to think about breath and music as well?
Yeah, it's crazy. You have so many things like air control, dynamic, style, tone quality. You have so many things going on in your brain while you're trying to play, and you're just trying to focus on just trying to get through the piece, but you can't forget about those fundamental aspects while you're playing as well.
So, Alon, how did this all come about for this? Because this is, I think, a great idea, especially to focus on the trombone.
Well, I guess there's two things that made this happen. The first one is I went a couple of years ago. I participated in Joe Alessi's seminar. That year was in Fossano, Italy, and so I got to go to Italy, and all I did was play trombone, almost. The few years actually before that, I went to a trombone workshop that Nitzana Rose and Dave Taylor teach with an Israeli trombone player by the name of Chaim Abitzul, who freelances in New York and does a lot of new music stuff. And so those two experiences I thought were awesome, and I just want to share those with my students. When the summer came about and I had this little bit of break in my schedule, I kind of asked around, do you think you might be interested? Do you think this is a good idea? And they seemed really enthusiastic. And so I called Brent and asked him if he thought it was a good idea. And he was like, yes, absolutely. And I called my buddy Mark Holly, who plays in the Houston Opera, and I asked him, and he was down with it. So I called the band directors here at Johnson High School, and they were so generous with us in giving us space and setting us up with stuff like just water, a recital space, the auditorium for Saturday, all the facilities that we need, providing for the pianist as well. And so my thanks to the band directors here at Johnson High School for really enabling this project to go forward.
How amazing is it to see? I mean, this is a short amount of time, but I think as we were talking about concept and that idea of, well, if I don't hear it this way, maybe I'll hear it a different way, or you might add something in there. How is it to see these young people go, the light bulb come on?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I agree with you 100%. I think teaching is about saying the same thing 1,000 different ways until something just clicks. And watching these people, and, this is the second day, and you already see the development happen. Stuff that maybe I've been working, a couple of those with my students, maybe we've been working on for a while, and Lee Hipp comes in and just, says something, or Brent just came in and said something a little bit different, but along the same vein, and it makes all the difference in the world for them to hear it just a little differently than they do for me, and it's just so great to watch.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Is it, I thought it was a neat way of talking about, we're so connected these days, the idea of video games or, this sort of instant download. To me, I don't always think about those sort of things when I'm thinking about playing my instrument. Is that something that you could relate to?
Yeah, like having the access to like MP3s for the famous trombone players like Joseph Alessi or Christian Lindbergh. I think it's wonderful that we can have that access so we can listen to it and try and emulate their sound and tone, and because they're fantastic players. So I want my tone, and I just want to be a better trombone player like them. So.
What are you looking forward to the rest of the week? I know there's an ensemble concert, and I know there's a couple of mini recitals and whatnot. What are you looking forward to?
I really love the trombone choir that we're doing. I love how it's practically a vocal choir, and it just sounds so great with all the chords that we put together, and we have great pieces that we're going to have on our recital, so it's going to be great.
How about you? What are you looking forward to this week?
I'm looking forward to hearing the kids play. I've been hearing them. We had our first rehearsal yesterday, and it went better than my wildest imagination. It was just fantastic, and I can't wait for Saturday to hear them play. Brent Phillips will be playing a recital tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I've heard Brent play before, and he's absolutely world class, and he's fascinating as a musician and as a trombone player. I'm looking forward to hearing him play. I'm looking forward to playing myself for my students. I think this is one of those occasions where I can put my money where my mouth is, and put together all those things that I lecture them on. I have to perform in public for them. I think that's maybe a little anxiety producing, but also very exciting for me.
Yeah. So where can folks find out more about these concerts and master classes that are going on?
The best place you can do if you want to learn more about this project is go to the website, which is summerbonz.com, SUMMERBONZ.com, and all the information is right there waiting for you. And you can also email me at info@summerbonz.com.
All right, and when's the ensemble concert?
The ensemble concert will be this Saturday, which is August 25th, is that right? So the ensemble concert is this Saturday, August 25th at 6 p.m. here at Johnson High School in the auditorium.
Great, and Troy Peters is conducting on this, right?
Troy Peters will be doing a workshop.
A workshop, okay.
With the trombone choir. We have the faculty on this. It's just awesome. I can't believe everybody just made time in their day for my little pet project here.
Oh, cool.
It's fantastic.
Well, all the details are there, and I appreciate you guys taking a moment.
Yeah. Hey, can I answer one of the questions that you had for Colin beforehand?
Oh, sure.
So you were talking about the relationship between video games and our kind of expectations. And I think one of the things that's really interesting about video games is that they have a built-in learning curve that's very convenient, that I feel challenges you just enough that you still enjoy the game. And trombone's a little different. And I very much admire my students who go through the process of learning how to play the instrument that isn't nearly as linear in its learning curve, a learning curve that involves many more plateaus and many more frustrating moments. And watching these adolescents and teenagers deal with that just as well as any good adult would, I think is just absolutely amazing to me and very respectable. And it's a very enjoyable moment for me as a teacher when a student kind of breaks through that learning curve and makes a good step forward.
Well, and I love the idea that of everything these days is incredibly instant, that we can have, if it doesn't download in a second, if the page doesn't come up or the video starts to have that little circle that we see the lines, we get a little frustrated, like, oh, why isn't this and Mahler Third Symphony takes about, a little, 90, 95 minutes, maybe 100 minutes, to play, and what you have to wait a little while for the trombone solo to come along, and the beautiful alto that's singing and everything. That what our art is not instant. We might want to see that video of Joe Alessi immediately, but what he's communicating could take 5, 30 minutes, however long.
Yeah, not to mention how long it took Joe Alessi to become Joe Alessi. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys get back
Yeah.
to teaching and learning and whatnot. So thanks.
John,
Thank you.
thanks so much for coming.